right? If you're running this, okay, if you're running WhatsApp now, how to maximize it? Okay, the customer journey related to it. Okay, and ROI. Yeah, we are here to get tips from Gill. Gill. Okay, I am not gonna get too excited, and blow his intro. Yeah, but Gill will be the perfect person to help you maximize WhatsApp. All right, and I've searched high and low, and I found the perfect person to do this. Yeah, okay, and he's friendly enough and also open enough to answer any questions. Am I right, Gill?
Yes, for sure. Looking forward to the conversation.
Oh, there we go. There we go. Okay. Now, keyword conversation, guys. Yeah. So make sure you have a conversation with us. Okay. All right. Okay. So now what we're going to do is we're going to start off the session with some poll questions. Okay. Just some quick questions. All right. So what's going to happen is you will see a poll appear in front of you. Okay. Just click on the answer. And then once you're done answering, just click on submit. Click on submit. Okay. We're going to give you 2 minutes. Yeah. 2 minutes to answer the 4 questions here. Okay. All right. So there we go. All right, go ahead and answer the questions. Okay, is everybody seeing the poll okay?
Yep, I'm seeing it on the screen.
All right, brilliant. Yeah, but I'm afraid you won't be able to answer the poll, right? Yeah. All right, the responses are coming in. Very good.
Perfect.
It's a big test of your general knowledge, yeah, okay, and also WhatsApp, WhatsApp and overall and in general. All right, let's see. Let's see. Okay, thank you for answering the questions submitted. All right. Okay, we're still collecting. Yeah, we've got about 30 seconds left. Thank you for those who are typing in the chat that you're done. Right? Looks like you're very familiar with being on Zoom and being on virtual after a year and a half, right? Almost 2 years. Yeah. Welcome to the normal. No longer, it's not a new normal. It is the normal. You know, it is the normal, right? Oh, Fatin done with a smile. Thank you very much. Jay, why you stick your tongue out at us?
Actually, while the question's being answered here, I'd just like to share, today I was listening to Kyrie in his briefing, and he says that you can videotape your jab when you go for a jab. Yeah, so this is something that's just changed for everyone. It's good. He's encouraging everyone to videotape, so in case there's anything you have to prove.
Right. Did he mention to maintain privacy for the nurses and the care workers, the healthcare workers?
Not really. He just said, you're free. Like previously, you're not allowed to videotape, and now he said it's fine to videotape. As the cases of those went down.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Thanks, Cheryl. Yeah. Wow, to avoid empty strangers. Yeah. Okay, that's good. Yeah, good to hear. Right. So Jazim, you know already lah. You can record now. Okay. Just don't become a vlogger. Okay. Don't become a YouTube star. Okay? It's brilliant. Yeah. I just love to do a hashtag. Cucuk MY. That will be interesting. Okay, it looks like we have closed the poll, all right, and we have a lot of responses here. Okay, let me go ahead and share the results. Yeah, and Gill, perhaps we can just talk about this a little bit. All right.
Yes, sure.
Yeah. Okay. Here we go. All right. So, how many WhatsApp users are there worldwide? Okay, we have our 4% that said 4 people that said 1 billion, 11 that said 1.5 billion. 28 that says 2 billion, all right, and 70 says 1 gazillion. Yay, you're in my team. What are your thoughts on that, Gill? Why the perception of usage?
Okay, well, Malaysia is predominantly a WhatsApp territory. So that's why you see the perception here is that everyone in the world uses WhatsApp. But in reality, and later I'll share with you in a global map, different countries have different chat applications that are predominant. So Malaysia is definitely WhatsApp, and it's 1.5 billion users globally.
Right.
And Malaysia has about 22 million, which is really good in a population of 30 odd million.
Oh, you just gave the answer to question 3 away.
Oh dear.
It's like they answered. They already answered. So
yeah. So yeah, this is why I see the results as is. And going down to question 5, have you ever heard of Infobip? 75% said no. So my sales team has a lot of work to do.
I was going to say I was about to get to that. Okay. Just so everybody knows, all right, and just so everybody knows, the answer to number 1 is actually 2 billion. All right. So if you got the answer correct, yeah, give yourself a big round of applause. Okay. Right. But I'm going to give bonus points to who answered gazillion, because you know why? It seems like everybody is on WhatsApp, isn't it? Yeah, okay. From grandmothers to children, and everybody is on WhatsApp. Yeah, you can tell by all the fake news that's being shared. Yeah, it's quite crazy. Okay. WhatsApp users in Malaysia, 22 million. Most people say 22 million. All right. There are people who said 42 million. Wow. Okay. All right. Interesting that you said 42 million. Is this part of the gazillion gang? Because when I last checked, yeah, our population is only at about 32 million. Right, and and our mobile take-up rate is probably about 127%. Okay, okay, but interesting, and I say 42 million there. All right, 22 million is the answer. So good job. Okay, looks like our audience is quite up there in terms of knowledge on WhatsApp. Okay, now number 3, here's an interesting one. Yeah, have you ever used WhatsApp to contact a business, okay, or service? Okay, so let's say about 46%, almost half of you have done it before. All right, 12 no, okay, and 2 more that says not sure. Okay, you may have engaged it, but you're not sure. All right, that's fine. Okay, so 50% have used it before. Yeah. So the next question will be highly relevant. Okay. So able to deliver is WhatsApp able to deliver a satisfying customer experience in terms of customer experience delivery. All right, let me see. The answer. Wow, 50 of y'all said yes. Okay, 2 says no, and the rest says not sure. Wow, okay. Looks like we are on the right boat here. Looks like we have a lot of people. Yeah, we have a lot of people who are in agreement. Okay, that WhatsApp can create a wonderful customer experience if done correctly. And that's why we have Gill here. All right, and that's why we're going to have this conversation. Yeah. So thank you, everybody. You may close the poll so it gets out of your way. All right, and you're able to see the sharing and also our screens. Yeah. Okay. Just a couple of things before we get started with Gill introducing himself. Okay. The WhatsApp was actually started by these 2 individuals. Okay. Brian Acton and also Jan Kum. I think that's how we say his name. All right. Okay. He's Ukrainian. By the way. Yeah. Okay. So the founder. Right. And these 2 individuals, of course, were bought over by Facebook. All right. Okay. For the sum of almost close to 20 billion. The figures change. Yeah. Some reports say 19, some say 15. Yeah. Some say 20. But once you get past the 10 billion mark, what's 1 or 2 billion, right? Doesn't matter, right? Okay. So these are the individuals. Yeah. Okay. And Brian Acton is no longer involved, but Jan or Jan is still involved there. Yeah. So interesting things about worldwide usage in terms of the WhatsApp, it's shot up to 2 billion users. Now, if that's anything to go by, all right, the Malaysian population, okay, is definitely part of that number. In fact, the penetration rate for WhatsApp among social media users and internet users in Malaysia is at 92%. Yeah, at 92%. Okay, now to put it into context, okay, if you look at this report from Hootsuite, all right, 40.69 million are mobile phone connections or connected. We have 40.6 subscribers. Okay, and social media users are at about 26 million. All right. So if you look at that, yeah, and 92%, if you just take these 2 areas, right, we've got a potential of anywhere from 24 million to 37 million users, depending which numbers you want to use. Right now, being in business, you will want to reach out to these people and have an accessible channel, a channel that provides access to it. Those who have already run it and providing service, you want to be able to tap on this. You have to be able to create a digital channel, right, in your omni-channel solution or start your omni-channel solution to be able to provide ease of access to these individuals who are using WhatsApp. All right, and that's why we are here today, and that's why we want to talk about this. All right, now enough of me. I'm going to hand it over to Gill. Okay, so Gill, I would like to hand this over to you. Okay, and you can do introduce yourself, right? And also, tell us a little bit about Infobip, since 75% of people don't know about Infobip. Okay, go ahead.
Okay, sure. Good evening or good late afternoon, everyone. My name is Gill from Infobip. I've got two monitors here, and I've been told to look at the camera, but I've got a bigger screen here on the side, so bear with me as I move along. So let me give a quick introduction about Infobip and what we are doing and why we are here talking to you guys today. Chloe, can you give me control, please? Infobip, we started out in Europe in a small village. This is a unicorn. We're going for public listing probably next year. It had very humble beginnings. Two guys out of university started this business. Out of Croatia in a small village called Vonjan, which is off the Mediterranean coast. Small meaning like there's only one supermarket. The bank is only open 3 days a week, and it's really a small village. And from there, it grew to a global presence. It expanded to Malaysia back in 2010, where I started and came on board and expand operations. And if you look at the map here now, even throughout Southeast Asia, we have a regional presence. So essentially what we did was a communications platform. We started out with SMS, and we are today embodied as the global leader in SMS. We've got global coverage, and we run a lot of mobile network operators, SMSCs, and we have been awarded as the largest in the world. Today, we are talking to probably about 85% of the mobile phones in the world. So all of you here on this call would have received a message from me. If you use WhatsApp, if you use Google, if you use Facebook, that one-time PIN, when you enroll, that comes from us. And why do these guys use us? It's because of our global reach, right? We've won various awards locally, globally. One very key point to sort of highlight is this Roku Award. This is a telecommunication industry award where network operators vote. And we've been winning this for the past 6 years as the best A2P is application to peer messaging provider in the world. So this really embodies us as the world #1. Yeah. On top of that, in terms of security, we have PCI DSS, we have ISO certification. We work with most of the banks in the world as well for your OTPs and all of that. So here on the right of the screen, you see these are some of our global brands that we work with. LinkedIn and Facebook and WhatsApp was initially our client before we became partners. So those one-time pins and all of that also came from us. And in Malaysia, these are the portfolio of some of our customers. We couldn't put all of it, but we've just put together some of it. And if you look at this, predominantly it's most of the banks, insurance companies, and then other verticals. People like AirAsia and Selangor. Selangor has WhatsApp actually. I'll show you in a while, but your water bill coming to your WhatsApp and that kind of thing, as well as various other verticals. Now, if you guys are on this call from, I assume, a contact center approach, what should your approach be like in terms of messaging? So various enterprises today want to talk to your customers, but your customers are on multiple devices. So what have we built? We've got a platform, global coverage, 24/7 support, spam filters, support, and all of that. But where we are different is in our approach to messaging, where we provide an integrated communications platform. So yes, WhatsApp is predominant, and we'll do a deep dive on it, but you got to talk to the customer at a platform of his choice, not of your choice. So it's turned around, and it's turned around in the past 10 years. Pre 10 years ago, the bank can just send you an email, an e-statement, job done. But today, the customer's expectation is you must talk to me on how I want to be approached, not how you understand. So you got to have this integrated communications platform, which is what we've built. So from 11 years ago, where we used to do SMS, Today, we've expanded that channel of communication. We've got OTT, that's over the top chat applications. So in Malaysia, of course, it's WhatsApp, the predominant one. But globally, we've also got Zalo, we've got Line, which is popular in Thailand, Viber, which is popular in Philippines, WeChat, which is popular in China, as well as Facebook Messenger and all the others. Lately, we've also included the social sites. So Instagram and Twitter, and if someone goes to your Facebook page and puts a comment, all of this can come to your contact center solution. And if you don't have one, we've got a cloud-based one where your agents are able to answer. Now, connectivity can be over APIs. So if you have something already in place, it's just connecting over APIs. We have a web application that is fairly extensive. So you can use this web application to upload and do a blast. You use this web application to build a chatbot, which I will show you in WhatsApp. That's really relevant. You use this chat application to build custom journeys. You use this web application as a digital contact center for inbound, outbound calls, for live chat over your website, over WhatsApp, or anything like that. And we also have mGate if we need to deploy on-site to do some backend. For example, let's say an insurance company or a bank, you give us raw data. We can create a statement, PDF, password protect, and then push it out, depending what channel, email or WhatsApp or anything like that. Connectivity, we're connected to all the network operators in the world. We're connected to all the chat applications in the world. And over the air, we're connected to email and push. Now, when you have this ecosystem, essentially you send a message and our platform can decide how to send this message out. Two key factors here, reach and cost. You want to reach your customer and you want to be more cost effective. Send the email, track the email. If in 3 days he's not read the email, send him an SMS to tell him, go look at your email. We can build that kind of intricate flows for your customers. Yeah, and this is like a sort of a broad, big picture of what we do. And let's drill down a little bit into WhatsApp. Customers today have migrated, and it's amazing. In the past 10 years, I've seen this transformation. 10, 11 years ago, it was email, right? Email was the most popular. Hollywood even made You Got Mail. Remember that?
They haven't made You Got WhatsApp, right?
Yeah, they haven't made You Got WhatsApp, but they made You Got Mail, right? So email was predominant, and internet banking was very prominent. In fact, Malaysia is actually very unique because countries like Indonesia adopted mobile banking a lot quicker than Malaysia, which is very much more conservative. But today, the penetration of mobile is predominant even in Malaysia. And customers today want something to be always on. I want to talk to you when I want to talk to you. And I expect a response from you when I'm available, on the channel that I'm available. I don't want to log into my computer and open my Hotmail to check my Lazada order, right? Example. So, it's got to be real time and your strategy has to be mobile first because people are adopting this and are moving towards mobile, right? So staying relevant, WhatsApp is an ideal platform to move on. And we launched WhatsApp in Malaysia probably about 2 years ago, 2020 to end of 2019, WhatsApp Business APIs. And I will share with you some case studies here. And it was ideal. It was ripe for the picking. So, from email to SMS, we saw the switch to mobile first, right? And people like to get SMS notifications. And today, people tend to ignore SMS. And what do you get in your SMS is spam. If not some tag, but the TACs and the one-time pins as well are going to be moving towards WhatsApp. So people expect real-time results and people expect you to talk to them on that channel. And WhatsApp is that predominant channel. I mean, in terms of statistics, right? If you look at Malaysia, a population of 30-odd million, WhatsApp told us they've got 22 million active subscribers. And that's really a right channel for you to leverage on to talk and engage with your customers.
Yeah, absolutely agree. Hey, you know what, Gill? Can you go back this? Can you go back up one? I have just a quick conversation. I hope you don't mind me interrupting.
No problems.
I'm sure some of the audience here would also like to know. Now, based on the stats here, it says, 68% feel better customer service experience, 55% feels that it's more personal. Right now, it is a digital channel. Okay, it is a digital channel, right? And how is it that customers or even users like ourselves feel that connection? Yeah, that connection, that human connection, that touch. Okay, why is it that we feel that we get a better service experience, and why is it that we feel that it gives us more personal attention? Yeah, why that phenomenon? What's happening?
Okay. Well, firstly, WhatsApp Business API. So the sender is not a mobile number. The sender is your business name, Pizza Hut, example, right? So once you scan that QR code, Pizza Hut comes into your WhatsApp, and Pizza Hut stays in your WhatsApp with your family and friends. You don't really want to order a pizza every day. You don't really want to download an app to order a pizza, right? But when your nephew's niece come over and you need to have a couple of pizzas, all you got to do is search. That relationship between the brand and you becomes a lot closer. And the next step is to build that bridge, that customer journey, which is where we come in. Traditionally, what was the blocker here is that, okay, you can provide a channel at WhatsApp, great, hoorah. Now the brand has to go and find a chatbot building company to build a bot. And this becomes expensive. 200,000, 500,000 ringgit, you get these consultants in. It's a big project. Watson's costs millions, and it has to be perfect. And only the big boys can play in this arena. So what we decided is, okay, we see here now that there's a missing piece of the puzzle. So what we offer is we offer a software as a service. We offer a solution, a platform where you're able to build your own bot. And the people who build the bot is your customer service, is your business users, because they understand specifically the customer journey. So this is where it makes a difference.
Yeah,
it doesn't have to be perfect.
Yeah, I'd love to hear the case studies and what you have there and how they create that intimacy into, making their chatbot more human, right?
Yeah.
Even the name itself is chatbot. It's not even, it's not even an individual. There are some companies who have their personalities. Yeah, okay. KWSP, EPF has their personality. AirAsia has their personality, right? But everybody else just calls themselves chatbot.
Yeah.
Right? So yeah, do share in your case studies. How do people make it personalized?
Sure. Let me go through. I'll show you this. But before we run through that, let me just show you a global perspective. If some of the participants here are regional or global, it's not just about WhatsApp, because you got to look at geography. Different countries focus on different chats are predominant. Malaysia, the little peninsula that we are, is predominantly WhatsApp territory, and the ones in green are all WhatsApp. But China is WeChat. The ones in blue are Facebook Messenger. And then like in Vietnam, it's Zalo. In Thailand, it's Line. In Philippines, it's Viber. So you got to look at a provider if you are looking to expand regionally that can provide you multiple channels. So, it's not like reinventing the wheel. If today you want to expand your operations to China, oh, now I got to find another vendor. You got to look at a vendor that can say, okay, let's just turn on Line for you. And then let's copy this bot and let's tweak it and let's launch it. So, quick, nimble, easy. And from my experience, it doesn't have to be perfect. You have access to this platform. So based on customer feedback, on a constant daily, you can change it. You can tweak it. Whereas before this, you get someone to come in to build a bot, and then it has to be perfect. You're paying a lot of money. And then on top of that, every time you need someone to come in, you need to pay him man days. So you're hesitant to call him in until you require all the requirements to come in. So yeah. Okay, let's dive in a little bit to some case studies here. This is Selangor. So firstly, what does WhatsApp Business API? Some of you already are aware, some of you are not. So the sender will be your brand name, not a mobile number. And the number behind this doesn't have to be a mobile number. It can be your landline number. So this is very important with the green tick, so it's verified. So the messaging that goes out to the public is when I talk to you, I'm talking to you on this official channel. Any mobile number that's claiming to be me is not me. Because I can also pretend to be Selangor or whatever, put your logo there and then start spamming your customers and spoofing them for data and all of this. So this protects your brand. You know, what was the story with Selangor is the water bills. So water bills are not very high. It's a few dollars, $10, $12. People tend to not pay it every month. Let it accumulate for a while, then go and settle it once for all. And how do you get people to pay it? Because a few months down the road, where's the bill? You know, so it was a challenge. So they moved on to WhatsApp today, and you can enroll, and then the bill is sent to your WhatsApp. So when you want to pay, you just search Selangor, it's in your WhatsApp, and you get the bill, and you can just settle it as easily. Now what they're doing is they're building a bot so that you can then do further things. Report no water, report burst pipe, and other stuff. So rather than calling when there's a water crisis, you are able to chat, and they are able to pre-prepare the answers rather than them being under crisis. Because when crisis happens in Selangor, they are a customer, right? It's crazy.
Yes, you know, it is.
200,000, 500,000, 1 million messages they are sending SMS to like control the panic. Or else, you know, here now it's really easy where customers can go and get information without having to call a call center, press 1, press 5, press 6, wait. And that frustration comes out. Now, this goes back to that percentage of why people are saying they enjoy the experience. I want to know the answer. I want to know it now. I don't want to wait with a recording saying, you know, oh, your call is very important. Your call is very important. Answer lah.
Don't cut down my contact center people, okay?
No, by no means. Contact center will be so relevant here when the bot cannot answer. So they are taking over the real task of solving problems, not repetitive tasks of saying, yes, you know, we expect it to be ready in an hour. You don't need to answer the phone to say that. So the bot can handle that, and you take over a problem where you need someone hands-on to answer it. And I will show you this. For example, Gibraltar BSN. Why WhatsApp again? So now they were sending paper policies, insurance policies, right? They wanted to go digital. And what they discovered is email is no longer relevant today. Because when people buy a policy, they put their personal email. And you don't really log into your Hotmail every day. What's on your phone is your company email and WhatsApp. So they leapfrogged over email and went straight to WhatsApp. We worked together. They were one of our pioneers, you know, and we went to Central Bank and presented it all. And Central Bank was really impressed. So today, when you buy a policy, it gets PDF, password protected, and straight push to your WhatsApp. You know, and then on top of that, they built a bot for some FAQ because the bot is available. Hong Leong Bank came about to us today. You know, they were doing like things like fixed deposit renewal. They're doing it over SMS. You send two-way SMS, you send SMS, you want to renew your fixed deposit, people reply, and it's messy. Today, they put that over WhatsApp. Today, you can do your payment relief over WhatsApp. So moratorium, this kind of two-way communication. WhatsApp is really good for that, you know. And we work with multiple banks. We've got, I think, 4 or 5 banks now on board with us. And they're looking to do things more than this. Application of credit cards. With biometric solutions where I can do facial recognition, I can open a bank account without physically going to the branch. Think about that. You know, COVID, post-COVID, you don't want people to come to your bank, but you still want their business. And this is where this is like moving towards what we see.
You know, Gill, are you saying that I am able to open an account just using my fingerprint reader on my phone? Is that what you're saying?
No, it's not available yet in Malaysia. They're exploring it yet, but to use facial recognition. So what you do is you would take a picture of your IC. It grabs the data, it grabs the picture, and then you take a selfie. If you notice, my selfie now got beard lah. Last time I'm all clean shaven. It's my COVID look. But so it would match both the images.
You know, what would happen in a situation like that? Because the record on file has no mustache. I mean, there's no fear of me.
It's not matching the images, it's matching vectors.
Okay.
So I can be young in the photo and I can be old now, it doesn't matter. It's matching certain vectors to a match. And if the matches work, We also have video in live chat for contact center. So, if I'm doing something and you want to authorize me, okay lah, on my video, and then you can see me. I can show you my IC, and then the contact center agent can verify and then move on. So there are all these kind of solutions out there. The potential is enormous. We got to think post-COVID, right? You don't want crowds of people coming in. We've had this experience. Business has been really promising during COVID, actually, because pre-COVID, everything had to be on-site. We work a lot with the banks, insurance, and all of them. On-site, very secure. Everyone come to work, do your work, log in with your access. Then when COVID hit, everyone hit a wall, and people were clamoring to see what to do. So a digital contact center solution makes sense, where people can work from home. We can whitelist that IP. You can work from home. You can still do your business. You can still serve your customers without being physically present. So cloud, which was a dirty word before COVID, is really like a word that makes sense for us.
Depends who you talk to. There are certain people who still say cloud is a dirty word when it comes to security. Yeah?
No, even the Malaysian government now is pro-cloud. So everyone's moving towards that direction. Understanding COVID threatened businesses.
I think we need to have another conversation about cloud, because one of the major issues with a lot of the banks that we work with, right, is the information security and also verification of customers, right? Okay, and it always, people are still having to go down to the branches, right? Okay? Yeah. So even especially with cloud, right, there is no access, no access to the mainframes, no access to the main CRMs. Yeah, so they lack data, especially with agents working from home, right? So there've always been issues, with the connectivity and the issues. So I think we need to have another conversation about that, and how cloud security has changed, right, and how that helps any organization's operations.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, a lot of banks as well were very conservative. It's funny thing, when we launched WhatsApp, we had the insurance companies come on board first, and the banks wanted to come on board but were conservative. And even now that they've come on board, they're slowly warming up. We've got 4 or 5 banks on board, and they're slowly exploring more things that they can do. But the reason why they came on board is because they see the potential. This is something that you can't ignore. It's here to stay, and you've got to leverage on this channel.
Yeah, I think it's an ongoing journey where we get the regulatory bank like Bank Negara, right, to be more dynamic in terms of accepting, other forms and other ways of verification and also security. Because right now, all the banks are so worried about BNM stepping in. Telelink gets a call and boom, you're called up.
But Bank Negara is very supportive of this channel. They understand the value in it. We've had conversations with them. We've presented to them with some of our customers, and the feedback has been nothing but positive. They see the value in this, and this is like the way forward. They actually have a digital arm that's looking and has done this and worked with us a little bit to explore.
That's brilliant. That's brilliant.
Automating processes. GD Express is a good example here. Obviously, a lot of the courier companies have been very busy, while all of us have been locked at home and addicted to online shopping. You go downstairs, I stay in a condo, and you see the amount of stuff that's coming in. It's crazy. So what was their issue?
It's Christmas Day, isn't it? You're seeing a whole bunch of parcels.
For 2 years, it's Christmas Day every day. So GD Express now having huge call volume coming in. And to maintain that customer experience and keeping customers in a long queue was becoming an issue, right? So they migrated to WhatsApp. And with WhatsApp, you can predominantly, if you talk to the people in the call center, you would know. What's the main issue? People checking on their parcel delivery, people wanting to find out a price to do how much will it cost to ship this thing to Ipoh or to Thailand, and people wanting to do a booking. So we've automated this process for them, where you can do a booking for a courier, you can send a parcel, you can check your delivery status, and that lowers the call volume coming into the call center. Now, for the call center people, it doesn't mean bad that this is going to replace you. But the call center people now are entertaining chats. When the chatbot cannot handle, it goes to an agent. Now, if you think about it, the efficiency, one agent can only handle one call, right? But that same agent can handle 5 chats concurrently. So it's win-win both sides. You are more productive as an agent. Customer experience is a lot better, you know, and it's really good. They had really positive results here.
Touching on that, I'm involved in a lot of agents, and we do a lot of trainings and a lot of sessions. You know, in fact, we have a certified program, you know, which is called Certified Contact Center Digital Agent. Yeah, where we do a lot of typing, you know, and we teach them on how to respond via chats and things like that. Now, from your experience, Gill, okay, and working with the clients, is there a recommended number in terms of KPIs of how many chats you are to maintain, as an agent at one time? All right.
Okay.
Is there a best practice?
With our solution, it depends on the capability of the agent. So you can't put like a flat line like across the board, right? Some new guy who just joined could do 2 or 3. Someone more senior could do 5. Someone who's an expert maybe could do 8. So with our contact center solution, you can adjust this based on each individual agent, and then increase and lower it so that, you know, the customer experience is not affected, but at the same time, the agent is being used to maximize his potential, and that agent will grow. And I think one key point here is the important is the personalization. So if I go to a bot and I'm asking question A, question B, like for example, this is Attica. Attica is a really good story here. So what happened with Attica, right? WhatsApp, they've got a couple. So you've got WhatsApp personal, which you and I use, where we message each other, and then WhatsApp for the SMEs, where you can create a WhatsApp business account, but there's no APIs, there's no auto response. It's just for a small mom and pop shop where you can reply and type and reply, and then it says this may be this business. And then you have this WhatsApp API, which is the official channel. So Attica launched a travel insurance, and they got the WhatsApp SME. They bought a SIM card, they put it in a tablet, and they advertised. They launched this travel insurance from anywhere in the world. WhatsApp us to this number, and we will solve your claim within 24 hours. And it worked really well till it started getting popular. When it started getting popular, they were getting 200 claims coming in a day to this one tablet. No off switch, no auto reply, you know, day, night, weekend, whatever. And then somehow when no one replies, the customer goes, hello, 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 hello. And there's this one guy in crisis mode trying to figure out everything. So we migrated them here to the APIs. We put a bot in and groomed that customer journey.
All right.
What do you want to do? English, Malay? Okay, English. What happened? You want to make a claim? Check a claim. Make a claim? Okay, what's the claim?
Sometimes that sounds like me, you know, hello, 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 are you there? Are you there?
Yeah.
I know, having worked with Attica before, right? Okay, we were part of their rebranding journey when all the companies merged, you know, when all the insurance companies merged. You know, knowing Attica, they are always very quantitative in terms of the measurement. All right. Okay. And of course, I know customer experiences are very high in terms of humanizing their experience and contact for Attica. How do they measure? The customer journey? Do they have any KPIs or any metrics that they look at, right, to ascertain how comfortable or how good the customer experience is, you know, for all of the users with WhatsApp and their policies?
Okay, so once they embodied this journey, and then who built this? Firstly, was not IT. It was not us. It was their agents, the contact center people who were receiving the questions, who knew what was the process, who built this. So before I answer that, right? So the customer journey, what do you want to do? Okay, you want to make a claim. You lost your bag. Okay, you need to have your policy, your passport, whatever documents. Once you have this, type start. When you type start, you catch a photo of everything and send it. The agent says thank you and processes the claim. That was stage 1. Stage 2, the agent was removed and the bot receives the documents and pushes it to the back end. So unless there's a complication where the photo not clear or something, only does the agent step in. Now, in terms of success on this and metrics, today, Etiqa has expanded this not just for the travel insurance, but across all their policies. So you know, a car accident, a car travel claim or whatever, everything goes through this. So extremely good results. They didn't share with us the percentages because it's private and confidential. But seeing that they've expanded this across the board, you know, we can say that it was successful.
All right. Okay. That's fantastic.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
Yeah,
That's
really good business partner that we have. You know, we have Nissan here, and they've increased it by 138% in terms of lead generation for their cars, right? And it was so good that Tan Chong in Malaysia have also adopted this. So it's to book a test drive, it's to do leads, it's to then also now to do the insurance, the loans, everything. If you think about your when you want to, you know, purchase a car, all of that customer journey can be done over WhatsApp. It's 24/7, always on.
I think it's brilliant because one of the challenges that most of the contact centers have, right, is they are being labeled as a cost center and not a profit center, yeah. Right? And if there is a functionality that can actually bring in revenue and change that perception, yeah, that we are purely a cost center, okay, and we can be a revenue center, that's fantastic. All right. So in terms of lead generation, now let's say I'm a payment solution. All right, I deal in payment solutions. Okay, now what are some of the things that I can do that will actually increase my revenue or actually create opportunity for me?
I think the question to ask is all about the customer journey.
All right.
How difficult it is. Let's take Pizza Hut. We didn't share it here, right? Pizza Hut is think about Pizza Hut. This is a really good strategy. Now, you can order a pizza over the phone. You can go to the website and order. You can download the app to order. Despite having all these predominant traditional channels, Pizza Hut still wants to be over WhatsApp. 22 million subscribers. You know,
wow.
Now, I click a link. I open Pizza Hut. It remembers my name. It remembers my last order. It remembers my address. Hey, Gill, do you want to have a Hawaiian? The conversation becomes very casual. Great. Okay, this is the amount. How many do you want? Click a link. It goes to the payment provider. So it goes out of WhatsApp security. The payment is processed, payment done, API come back to WhatsApp. But for the customer, it's transparent. I'm talking to Pizza Hut over WhatsApp. I've ordered 2 pizzas. You know, I don't know the back end that it's so technology that is going here, going there, whatever the hell is done in the back end. It doesn't really matter to me.
Now, no customers worry. No customers care about what happens in the back end. Yeah. As long as I get what I want, right? As long as I get my service, as long as I get my policy, yeah, as long as I get my.
So the customer, it has to be like short, sweet, and simple. And at the back end, you got to ensure that it's secure. You know, you're charged what you're charged, your data doesn't get spoofed. So with WhatsApp, it's really secure. In fact, WhatsApp is actually more secure than SMS. So what happens here is from WhatsApp, the data comes to us, right? We have, from the customer, the data comes to us. We have to deploy a server to do WhatsApp encryption. WhatsApp does not see any message. WhatsApp does not store any message. It gets decrypted when it reaches the phone.
Which brings up a question. And this is really a security question, because I'm looking at your slide and I'm seeing Gibraltar, the BSN, right? And what they have done here is it sounds like they are channeling and they are using WhatsApp as a channel to distribute their policies. Right? Am I correct?
Yeah.
Okay. Now, the policy is actually it's a highly confidential document, right? Okay, and it should reach the owner only. Right? Okay, I mean the policy holder only. So now, if I were to change my SIM card or my number, all right, now how would WhatsApp know that I am contacting, or you are, us as a business, that we are contacting that same person? What kind of security verifications are there? Are there periodic security checks that are done, right? Are there periodic updates that are requested, right? How do you go about that?
Okay, with that, it's really simple because the file that we send is PDF password protected.
All right.
So think about this, and these have been cases where when they print the policies for print, right? And a policy falls off and someone takes it and puts it back, and because of that, there's misalignment. So different policy go to different people.
Right.
Yeah, and it's a security breach, and then you get fined so much money by the central bank because of this breach. But with WhatsApp, it's secure because when you receive the file, you still can't open it unless you have the password. So there is no security risk. It's just about, configuring it in your mind, because traditionally you feel, oh, it's not secure. What if this, what if that? But we have the answers to each and every of these questions. And we presented this to central bank and they accepted it. So today, insurance policies are going over WhatsApp. Statements from banks, credit card statements and everything are going over WhatsApp.
Right.
If you could send it over email, why can't you send it over WhatsApp? It's the same.
Yeah, it's like I think someone King Soon in chat just said, like what CDS, they're sending CDS statements, right, which are password protected. Yeah, but I don't know if they're using WhatsApp though. Yeah, King Soon, are they using WhatsApp or are they using email? Because my CDS comes in emails, they don't come in WhatsApp. Yeah, okay. It's via email.
Yeah. So email, the problem was people don't open the emails. This is the issue. People don't read their personal emails anymore. If you are moving, there's a paradigm shift here. You used to do email and that was it. Now it's over mobile. Everything has to be mobile, and people don't put their personal emails on their mobile. So, if you're going towards mobile first, it's got to be something that's on your phone.
Yeah. It's interesting. The one of the things I've noticed is the human behavior and how we are behaving with WhatsApp. Right. I read a report somewhere that we spend an average, depending on which demographic you belong to, anywhere from 2 to 3 hours, on WhatsApp, daily. Right. Okay. And some even longer. Some even longer, but the ones who read the long stories and watch the videos, right? Okay, so it can vary, but it's really ingrained into our lives now, isn't it? It's quite a phenomenon, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, if you look at China and WeChat, and a person in China, we were talking to our Chinese colleagues, is on WeChat most of the day, from doing the transport to do the payments to chat with his friends, to order lunch. To even a person who is begging on the road, you would WeChat him and send him some money rather than giving cash. It's really cashless.
Yeah, it is. Yeah,
so it's a super app. It's an ecosystem already.
Yes,
it's way different. And WhatsApp is something maybe not similar to WeChat, but it's something that is a channel that's viable for us to do business on.
So from a customer experience perspective, if I want to give my customer a better customer experience, all right, okay, would I go the route of creating and combining adding my services to a super app?
I would. In Malaysia, if you're talking about local in Malaysia, it's WhatsApp. I give you a very simple example. For me personally, on the weekends, I've nothing to do, play with my kid, and I'll be on Facebook and stuff. And I see all kind of ads for stuff and property and this and that. And I got nothing to do. So, how much the price? But nobody answers me over the weekend. And Tuesday, the next week, some sales agent will try to ping me. Are you interested in this property? And Tuesday, I'm busy. So, you've got to get your mind across on how you can be always on. You got to talk to the customer at the time when the customer is available. Because I sign up for a lot of stuff over the weekend, and then over the weekdays I unsubscribe everything.
Yes. How do you stop them from unsubscribing as a business? Block them.
So it's you got to talk to me when I'm free and I'm available, and I'm like, oh wow, nice.
Yeah.
You've invested your time, your money. You've put the ad out at that time, but there's no one to answer you. And this is where WhatsApp can come in, where you can have a bot to take you through that customer journey, sharing a video of the condo, sharing the price. Because all I want to know is, how much is this? I'm curious. It looks really nice.
Yeah. Based on that, since we're talking about revenue generation, opportunity creation, everybody does email broadcasts. Okay, right? WhatsApp is a fantastic channel to do the broadcast because of the large user base, right? Because of the huge user base. Now, can you walk us through that? Now, if I were to use WhatsApp for business, okay, all right. Now, the first top thing on my mind would be, how do I accumulate the database? Number one. How do I manage this database? Number two. Number three is the broadcasting of my messages and also my promotional information. How do I go about that, and what's the best way to do it? Now, does it need to go through? Actually, it's a question from Ida Darlina. Okay, she's asking whether does it need to go through Facebook for approval prior to the broadcast being sent out?
Yes. So now, what happened here prior to this? WhatsApp's rules were, if the customer never contacts you and you want to send something out, it has to be transactional, no marketing. But they've changed this rule now, and so marketing is allowed. That you can push marketing, but it's still a templated message that WhatsApp needs to approve. Where WhatsApp is coming from, and where they are so careful about, is they don't want you to spam your customer. Their customer. They don't want you to spam their customer. They care more about the customer than they do the brand. You know, they can't see anything. They don't store anything, right? So what they are monitoring is the block. If a lot of people start blocking your account, then they're going to come and ask you what's going on here. So, you know, it's to be careful. They don't allow bill collection, payment reminders, that kind of thing, which they want to have a positive customer experience.
How long does this process take? Now, if I were to submit a broadcast for approval, a template, right? Okay, do they approve just the template, or do they approve each and every? They have to approve each and every message.
So the template can have variables in it, but just the general template. They want to know the tone of the what are you sending. It's done within a day. They've got a bot that goes through it. So if it's rejected, then it goes to a person to really view it.
Okay. All right. So
we manage all of this for you.
I'm sorry?
We manage all of this for you. So you would send it to us and we'll sort it out.
Well, hang on. You're saying you have a service. Your service will be able to manage all of this.
Yeah. So you would send the templates to us, and we would then liaise with WhatsApp. We are a partner of WhatsApp, so we are connected very closely. We are WhatsApp's largest partner globally.
Interesting. Okay. All right. Okay. Yep. Gill, is there anything else you want to just wrap up and say?
Yep. Last, I have this QR code, guys. So everyone on this call, take out your phones and scan. So this is your customer journey. You know, how do you get them on board to your channel? Is you would take your phone and you would scan this QR code. And when you scan this QR code, you will open up your WhatsApp. You will see Infobip as the sender and pre-populated hi. So you send hi, and then that will launch my bot. And within my bot, I've got lots of use cases there that you can explore further to see the customer experience. So just holler at me or type in the chat to let me know that you've done this. Once you've done. So, you know, the opting in is like fairly seamless. You just scan a QR code or click a link, and then immediately you are in there. And once you're there, you know, Infobip is sitting with your family and friends already. So imagine how easy it is for your customers. Every brochure, every campaign, every roadshow, once we can move around again, you know, every event you're doing, you just have a QR code that scans and brings you in, and then a bot brings them through that customer journey, whatever the journey might be.
But you're not allowed to broadcast to me because I haven't saved you in my phone, right?
You don't need to. To send a templated message, I can send a message to you even if you've not saved me in your phone.
Oh.
Yeah.
How does that work? I think a lot of the businesses here, especially the smaller ones, would like to know.
Yeah. The important thing is you're not spamming the customer.
All right. Okay.
So that's it. The template, you know, if it's something that's relevant. So if I've gone to your website and, you know, I like some product and I want to find out more information, I can ask you, the bot can answer. Or you have information data of people who like, I don't know, some product.
All right.
And then you want to blast to them a message. Traditionally, you blast email or SMS, right? Now you can also blast WhatsApp. But WhatsApp is expensive, but you can send rich media. So if customer starts talking to you and you reply, WhatsApp don't charge anything. We charge a monthly active user fee. But if you want to push something, customer never talk to you, you want to push something to the customer, for Malaysia, WhatsApp charge 19 cents per message. So, later you can contact me. I can give you all the pricing, but it's not it's not cheap to send a WhatsApp blast. So it has to be something that makes sense, relevant.
Okay. Yeah, that is pretty pricey at 19 cents per message.
Yeah, but you can send an SMS with a link. Hey, we got this promotion, click here. So when you click here from SMS, it can jump to WhatsApp.
Okay, let me play the devil's advocate here really quickly. Yeah. Okay. All right. While everybody is still going on the bot. Right? Okay. Gill. Okay. Now, there's always this struggle or question. I think somebody asked earlier also, right, with Telegram. What about Telegram? Right. It seems like Telegram seems to be a better option in terms of business, in terms of broadcasting. Right. One of the things that we like about Telegram, or I like about Telegram, is that it doesn't matter who joins a group. Yeah, you can still see historically what's been posted. Okay, but you can't do that with WhatsApp, right? But you can't do that with WhatsApp. So given that, why is it that WhatsApp is still holding such a dominant position in the market, yeah, as compared to Telegram?
In Malaysia, it's WhatsApp predominantly. We have Telegram as well, if you like to subscribe, but it's just not popular. Your family groups, is it on Telegram or is it on WhatsApp?
It's on WhatsApp.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So that's where you want to be, right? Your brand has to be as close to the customer as your family.
Right.
And if you're talking to your family on WhatsApp, the brand's got to talk to you on WhatsApp.
Okay, right. Okay,
That makes sense.
I think quite a lot of people have already clicked and said hi. Okay. So what would you like them to do next to just test the bot? Test Omnia?
Yeah, once you send hi, the bot will take over. At your leisure, then you can just go through and see there's various use cases in that bot. It's called Omnia. Somehow the bots always have some exotic names.
It's hard to say for Malaysians, Omnia. You should use like Machipia.
But you would be able to see various use cases in there, and it's that easy to do. So if your brand is on WhatsApp, it's about sending a QR code or a link or something. And people click on it, people scan it. With the pandemic now, everyone is very used to scanning QR codes, and through that, then you are already in there. And once you're in, you're sitting there with the family and friends. They can reach out to you. They can send you the latest promotion. You can ask questions whenever you have, and your relationship with your customer becomes that close.
Okay.
So
there's a question on the bot, right? It's actually asking out to on the WhatsApp chat bot, how many messages can it handle at one time?
Oh, for us, it's large volumes. We are doing 8.5 billion messages. Or something like that. We are reaching like 85% of the mobile phones in the world. And our solution is it can grow. So when a server reaches 50% capacity, another one comes alive. So it's unlimited.
Okay, do the chatbots come in different tiers? That means in terms of capacity, to be able to handle, 80 sessions, 50 sessions at a time, 100 sessions at a time, 200 sessions.
We got different tiers in terms of pricing. So how many sessions per month? You have various tiers, and with the various tiers, different prices. The higher the volume, the lower the price per session.
What about at one time, at a singular time? How many sessions can the bot handle?
On our side, unlimited. We got no throughput issues.
Oh wow! Okay.
Yeah, because we are global. So it's scalable. It's completely scalable. So like I said, when one server reaches 50% capacity, the next server comes alive, and it continues like that. So there's no like a delay or something like that. In terms of SMS, in Malaysia, we are the fastest. We do like 800 SMS per second or something like that. Really, really high throughput. We handle large volumes. So throughput is never an issue. But if any specific concerns that you have, reach out to me and we can discuss that.
I think another related question in terms of the broadcast would be, the management of broadcast. Yeah. How do you manage? Do you get reports? How many people receive? How many open? Do you get acknowledgements like that?
Yeah. So with WhatsApp, it's really good because you can see delivered and read. With SMS, you can see delivered. So all of this is available on the portal, and you're able to extract these reports. You're able to automate these reports, and then it will just be sent to you on an email. Yeah, it's all available, and you can build it by yourself. So we've got various different users, user metrics. This user can only generate reports. This user can only send SMS. Security, we can do two-factor authentication. So when you log in, you get a password on your phone, then you key it in, only you can log in. We can do IP whitelisting. So you can only log in from certain terminals. We work with banks and insurance companies, so we got the security and everything. So it depends really what you want, but yeah, we got the works here. And we don't just do locally, we do globally.
Okay. What about integration with other apps? Can I cut across, to other apps? Yeah. Does the control system provide me with omni app? It means omni channels out.
Yes. I mean, we are focusing here today in the conversation on WhatsApp, but we have the whole ecosystem. And the great thing with our digital contact center is I can cross-channel. So I chatted with you yesterday on the website. I chatted today on WhatsApp. I chatted to you tomorrow over Telegram. It's still me. So when the agent sees, he's able to see the history of what I was chatting about. And I don't need to re-ask these questions. So Omni is the way forward. Focusing on the channels that are relevant, push notifications maybe for your app, WhatsApp, maybe live chat from your website. And then very predominant is now Instagram, Twitter. With WhatsApp, the latest release now is buttons. So that this is hot off the shelf where you can have buttons, yes, no, product 1, product 2, product 3, you can click. Yeah, so this is something new that they've released that we've brought to market now.
Wouldn't that just weigh down the app and make it a heavy app to put in?
No, this is where WhatsApp is very, very conservative. Like I mentioned, I've been to meetings with WhatsApp team from the US. They really care about the customer experience. So they're really conservative, and they were the last to come on board in terms of the OTT players. Where Telegram and Viber and everyone came on board beforehand, WhatsApp was really conservative, and when they wanted to come into this business, they really took slow steps. So no marketing allowed. Then today now marketing is allowed, as their comfort level grows. So they're really structured in terms of what they want to do, because they care about their customer experience. They don't want it to be a spammy kind of channel where you're spamming everyone.
Okay. Yeah. I know we agreed that we're not going to do any selling, we're not going to talk about pricing, but I think a lot of people are very curious right now. You talk about it, sounds fantastic, right? Okay. So it's definitely out of my budget for sure. Right? That's what they're thinking right now. Yeah. If I'm a small business, if I'm an SME, right, how am I going to be able to implement this? Because it sounds like there's like a few 100,000 ringgit or even up to R1 million.
No. So with Infobip, we've got 2 packages. We've got the enterprise package and a starter package. So the enterprise package is if you want to have multiple channels and you want to have lots of sessions. The starter package is to get started. So if you just want WhatsApp and you want to have a chatbot and you want to have conversations, you're looking at an investment monthly of less than 10,000 ringgit. Probably about 7,000, 8,000, something like that, around there to run. You'll have like enough 10 agents. You'll be able to have a chatbot. You're able to launch it,
right?
And your brand is now the same as those big brands who are able to deliver this. So this is where our proposition comes in of value. It doesn't cost hundreds of thousands of dollars. It's a low investment to come in, but more importantly, it's that return on investment, that increase in sales, and most importantly, that customer experience.
Okay, very good. All right, so we're looking at anywhere from about under 10,000, we can actually get this. Under 10,000 RM, we can actually get this.
Yes, for sure.
One of the things that we've been talking about is we've been singing, and I think it's come to everybody's realization. It's very obvious, right? That WhatsApp is a fantastic channel. It's a must go. It's a channel that we need to have, right? In terms of running our businesses and even the contact centers as a whole. All right, now. I don't know if I'll get you in trouble for this one, Gill. I hope we don't get you in trouble, all right? But there has to be downsides, okay? There's nothing perfect in this world, right? Okay, all right. There's nothing perfect. Even even with the vaccination, I'll come back with a body sore and a fever, right? Right. So, are there any downsides, or rather, what are the things that I should be concerned about? Okay, if I want to implement WhatsApp, yeah. So, from a business perspective, yeah, or even somebody who's already run it, what are the things I should watch out for?
Okay, I think it's firstly the mindset, because prior to this, when you are coming in, it's got to be perfect. It doesn't have to. It's about trial and error. Because with us, what we provide is this platform, right, where you can come in daily. You can change the bot, you can fix it based on feedback. So you don't have to wait till it's perfect before you launch. It's to be quick, to be nimble.
All right.
Come in, start with a specific use case, a specific pain point that you're having in your organization that you want to resolve. And you find that once you launch this, you will have other departments and people knocking on your door saying, hey, we also want this. We want to do this, for that. And then it will just organically grow, and because you can have this access to this platform, you can mold it based on experience. The people building it is not IT, it's not a third party. I mean, we have professional services. We can come in and build it for you, but we provide you some training, and it's a completely code-free. It's drag and drop.
Okay.
So you build that customer journey.
Right.
And who knows customer journey better than the guys in the contact center who are receiving calls every day and understanding what the customer wants. So if you build that journey, the customer can serve himself. The customer is happy, you're happy, and it grows from there. And then find out new requirements. So yeah, the mental is the main blocker. To new technology.
Okay, all right. It's really the implementation and how you roll out the change to adopt WhatsApp into the business. So that's the main thing. So it's a real
If you think about it, like with Gibraltar, they were the first to market to send WhatsApp, to send policies over WhatsApp.
Right.
And a lot of organizations are not as innovative as them to see that opportunity and to go for it, because there's a lot of work. You got to go to central bank, you got to present the case, you got to get the approvals, right? This is the work needed.
Okay, all right. Okay, all right. I guess that's the main thing, isn't it? The mindset of implementation.
Yeah. Don't be scared of the technology.
Easy for you to say you're a tech. Gill, you've been in the telecommunications business for what, past 20 over years? Okay. 20 years, right? Okay, and I mean, you've seen different technology come, different technology goes, right? Okay, and where do you see this going? We are in this revolution right now, okay, where the communication apps seems to be taking over the entire environment. Right? What's next? What do you see happening next?
Actually, it's really interesting that you asked this. So the mobile network operators, for the longest time, have dominated this market with SMS, tag, promotions, and all of this, right? And then now today, you see these OTT players coming in and offering their services, which is enriched. I don't have to send 160 characters. I can send video, I can send pictures, and a lot of stuff. So what's the comeback from the GSM players is RCS, Rich Communication Services. So this is the answer. It's like basically SMS on steroids, where you're able to send pictures and images and stuff like this. So they've been talking about it for a while, and we are part of GSMA, and there's a lot of activity going on in the back end to roll this out, to sort of come back with an answer to these OTT players. So that's something that will be coming. And at the end of the day, for the business users, it's an integrated communication platform. So let's say down the road, you got to future-proof yourself, right? You've invested all this time, you've built all of this, you've done this on WhatsApp, business is good, and then something happens and tomorrow WhatsApp no more. People not using. How? With a player like us, you can switch to the next.
Nothing like that has happened in the past year now.
Yeah. So to be nimble, if tomorrow WhatsApp is not relevant, I can still do it, but let's switch now. If Telegram becomes predominant, okay, now I'm on Telegram. You know, you are able to move from one to the other because you're not tied to the channel. You have a platform that's across the board. So we do have RCS. So if that becomes popular, of course, the businesses can leverage on that. We are neutral. We are just the provider of the platform. And we are connected to everything. I think that's an important consideration to have.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, okay. Being in the telco before, working closely with Nokia and all the different telcos, I can tell you, when you see GSM, I'm thinking PCN, I'm thinking all the old days, you know, what the HSCSD, all the old tech. Yeah. All right. With 5G and everything, I would expect that things would change quite a bit, yeah, in terms of the application of the app and the things that you can do. All right. Yeah. But aside from buttons, do you foresee anything in the horizon that you are allowed to review that we can expect in in WhatsApp?
The latest would be the buttons. Payments, we already got a workaround where you click a link and do the payment, and I'm quite happy with that because it's secure in the payment ecosphere. So it's not done within WhatsApp. Yeah, I think.
On the payment, are we limited in terms of the payment gateway that we can use, or are we limited to just using WhatsApp's payment gateway?
No, any payment gateway. So it's the payment gateway of the customer.
I see.
So you just put a link, and then when you click the link, it opens that payment gateway. Then you do your payment, and then once it's done, it's an API-backed payment successful.
So technically, I can complete an entire transaction cycle, right? I can broadcast. Yeah. After broadcasting, I can engage with the customer. I can answer questions. All right. Hit the pain points. You know, deliver the value. Right. Sell the value to them. Okay, and then provide them with the information that's required. They can purchase online, and we just deliver the product or the service. That's it.
Yeah. I think also another thing, events.
All right.
So you're doing an event, you're doing this webinar. So we can automate that process. Once you've registered for an event, send you a video of last year's event, 3 days from today. Send you a week later a questionnaire for you to fill in. You know, I can automate all of these things that need to be done to the event, and post-event to ask you, how do you feel? All of this can be automated over WhatsApp because you can send rich media.
Right. Okay. Yeah, absolutely. Okay. But there are actually, Gill, I think we're running out of time. Okay, we only got about 2 minutes left for this schedule time.
Not too much.
No, you didn't. It was a very informational, right? But are you okay to stay with us another 10 or 15 minutes?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, because I believe there are some questions that we may want to just touch on. All right. Okay. And I think the team has compiled the questions here. Right. And let's see if we can go on. We can go on that. Yeah. Okay. Right. So one of the things that I want to just mention to the audience first of all, right now, of course, when we talk about the pricing just now, it's more indicative. Okay. It really depends on what your needs are. Right. So I highly encourage you to contact the Infobip team. You can contact Gill, or you can contact Roy. All right, or anybody with the Infobip name in the context right now. Okay, just email go Gill actually, right, and you'll be able to contact them and get a personal consultation, right, as to what is the best solution for you based on what your needs are. Right? Okay. I would definitely go down and sit down with a cup of coffee with him, right, and to see whether we can get our hands on the API on the WhatsApp for Business API, right, and to consolidate our sales cycle, right, okay, and to make it a lot easier. Okay, because if we're not using WhatsApp, I think we're losing out on a lot. We're losing out on the entire market essentially, isn't it?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Somebody asked a question on Omnia. Okay. So what if they have a question which is beyond the predetermined selections? Your selection of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. What if they want to ask something else other than those?
Okay. With the bot, it understands intent. So even if you type free text, it doesn't have to be structured. It sort of tries to learn what is your intent to ask the question. And if the bot can't handle it, then it goes to an agent. So the customer service is not like, replaced, but the customer service is coming in at a timely manner where the bot has already done the preliminary stuff. Right. And that's where the agents come in to do work of value. to then understand and answer those questions. So it works hand in hand. So you have the bot and you have a contact center. It's just parking the bot before that to sort of filter things out.
Yeah, just to pull out the level 1 questions, right? You have to be able to level 1 questions. Yeah. Okay. So Sushun, you may want to give that a try, and then see how that goes. All right. Now there was something on a follow-up question to if you broadcast too much, right, and you are blocked on the WhatsApp platform, right? What can we do to unblock ourselves from the subscriber or from the customer?
Not much. So what WhatsApp what WhatsApp would do is they will throttle you down.
Right.
So if you're broadcasting too much, they will start throttling you down, and then eventually, if still there's a high block rate, then they will block you.
I see.
So it's really important that the use case is there of what you are trying to communicate to your customers.
Right.
Not to spam everyone. So gone are the days. I mean, it's a waste of money.
Yeah.
Gone are the days where you send bulk email, bulk SMS to everyone and hope someone buys something. It's got to be more target marketing, understanding your customer needs, requirements, and targeting them at a time, and a channel that's right for them. This makes sense, rather than just sending 1 million SMS and hope someone buys something. So it's changed.
It's the old day of the transactional selling, what I call machine gun sales, where you just spray your mail and spray your product, and hopefully it will hit somebody who's interested, Yeah, but those were the days. Now, there's another question here, which is quite interesting, okay? And Encik Muhammad Hafiz asks, right, can you integrate WhatsApp, okay, with your virtual IVR, and also the auto creation of a CRM ticketing, okay, if there is a WhatsApp contact?
Yep, we can integrate to things like Zendesk for ticketing. So, you can create tickets for your support system questions. It's really a good channel for support. And you can have multiple channels. So I can talk to you over the website, or I can talk to you over WhatsApp.
Okay. So it's really how we streamline and how we engineer the journey, right, as to how the customer changes channels, right, and we are still there with them, right?
Yeah,
okay.
That's right.
Yeah, that's the beauty of the omni-channel. We are having our next webinar on omni-channel. All right. So if you'd like, we can talk about it. I'll bring you back in and bring another.
Perfect.
Yeah, then we can have a little dialogue about omni-channel and where we are going with omni-channel, right? And what's in store. Yeah, because a lot of people are so intimidated by omni-channel, right? But one of the things that we are dealing with is working with agents who are needing to become omni agents, right? To be not just being on the phones where they're just on telephony, right? But they're also able to type, and they're also able to work on emails, right? So it's an interesting skill set that we'll be talking about. Yeah, there'll be another webinar we're doing on that also, right? On being an omni agent, right? Okay, and so that's fascinating. Yeah. Okay. All right. Let me see what else are there. Are there any other questions anybody would like to ask? And actually, do you mind if they unmute themselves, Gill?
Yeah, sure, please. It'd be nice to hear someone else.
Hey, what are you saying about my voice?
No. You got the DJ's voice, of course.
Okay, go ahead, ladies and gentlemen. If you would like to ask a question, okay, just go into chat and say me. All right, I will unmute you and then you can ask the question. All right, go into chat and say me, okay, and our team will unmute you and we can let you ask the question. Or we will call you, and you can unmute yourself. All right, anybody has any questions? Anyone? This is the Zoom, the virtual delay, right? Yeah. You don't think there's any questions and all of a sudden, all the questions will come in, right?
Oh, we've got one from Jeremy Lee.
Yes, Jeremy. Yes, from the ATCEN team. Yeah, go ahead. Where's my partner in crime? Yeah, go ahead, Jeremy.
Hi, Gill. Hi, Jeremy here, and welcome everyone. Right? Thank you for having me here today. Gill, just a quick question, because sometimes when we talk about all this WhatsApp and things like that, people will say, I've already got my own, app online. Why do I even need one more thing like that? So is there any pros and cons to having more of, if I already got my app, do I need this? Or can my app handle this? And you think there's more advantages for the app, or there's more advantage to WhatsApp? Okay, thanks.
Thanks, Jeremy. It's actually a very good question. This whole app phenomena was something probably about 5-10 years ago, right? Where every company, the CEO would come in and say, we need to have a mobile app. Please go develop it, because everyone is developing a mobile app. So everyone developed a mobile app. And a lot of times when we went through, even when we meet companies and we do presentations back in the day, and then they said, oh, okay, yeah, but we have a mobile app. And then in the team, there's people that would turn and say, oh, we have a mobile app, and it becomes like a white elephant. Now, let's take the example of Pizza Hut. So Pizza Hut, you can order it through the web. They have a mobile app, and they want to focus on their mobile app, and they want to get everyone on the mobile app, if possible. And you can call and order a pizza. But despite these channels, why do they still want to be on WhatsApp? Because how many people, the challenge when you develop a mobile app, and of course, to the company, you've invested this money, it makes sense. Now, the next strategy should be to promote my mobile app and get everyone to download my mobile app. But the issue is, how many people want to download your mobile app? You know, this becomes a challenge. We've got solutions for that as well, but it's a challenger. I need to download a mobile banking app because I want to do mobile banking. But do I really need a Pizza Hut app to order pizzas? You know, my cardiologist says no lah. With all the cholesterol and stuff.
You can order cheeseless pizza. I think there's an option for that.
That's just a chapati.
Okay, all right, okay. Thanks. Jeremy, does that answer your question?
WhatsApp is on everyone's phone, so the app is already installed, so that you can engage with the people straight away without that first step of downloading an app.
Yeah. I think the key here is everybody is already on the app, because one of the biggest fears right now is install another app, and get away from that, which is actually the question here. Now, one of the things, I think this is very user based, all right? Okay, now you're gonna get, if you get a lot of the general population, okay, we see Facebook losing its popularity, right? Okay, everybody is moving to other platforms, right? Facebook is for the uncles, people like us right now. Yeah, my kids stay away; they don't even bother about Facebook, right? They're on their TikToks, they're on their IGs, right? So at some point, WhatsApp is going to face a deterioration in terms of popularity. Okay, and also I think one of the factors that's really bugging me now, right? I set my backups at 2 in the morning, right? Right, but my backups are taking longer and longer and longer and longer, so it's taking up a lot of space on phones. Right, there's quite a few people are asking this right now. As a organization, and we're sending this out, right? How do we help users manage that data? That it's I don't know how to answer this one. Yeah, maybe you have some ideas, right?
It's for the users. You can set disappearing messages. So after I think a day or two, the messages disappear automatically.
Yeah, you have an option.
You have that option. So WhatsApp has already created that to overcome this issue.
Yeah, okay, yeah, that's right. And just for whoever is asking that question, right, it really depends on how you back up your chat also. Sounds like you're not backing up your chat. When you back up your chat, it is the data on your phone, right, is compressed. Yeah, so you don't have to get there as much, all right? So you're still linked up. Yeah, so do backup, do your backup, and do your scheduled backups, right? And delete everything, clear your chats, okay? Come on. Do what I do, clear, especially those groups that we all belong to. All right, I think we're going to come to a close. I don't hear any more questions. Yeah, anybody else have any other questions? One last chance. All right, if not, then Gill, any parting words you would like to share with everyone in terms of WhatsApp for Business?
Well, guys, I think this is the channel that's currently something that you really need to seriously consider. Think about customer experience. You got to talk to the customer on a channel that they like to be talked to. WhatsApp today is predominantly that channel. It's not a huge investment. It doesn't have to be perfect, and you can start small, see the results, and then organically grow as the results come in. So yeah, this would be, I think, my key takeaway from this. It's codeless. It's not something that's IT heavy. It's drag and drop. So you are able to build something, you're able to test. And this is the way forward in the future. Going into new channels to try different things rather than going through those traditional stuff to see some ROIs.
Right.
Feel free to connect to me, cs.gill@infobip.com, and I'll gladly, answer any questions that you might have.
That's right. Yeah, thanks for that, Gill. Right, and just to wrap things up, we came in with a lot of questions, and you helped us clarify that. So hats off, thank you, Gill. Yeah, thanks for sharing your knowledge with us. Right, really appreciate that. Right, and you have so much knowledge. That's one of the reasons why you don't have you have a shiny top.
Yeah, it's barber friendly.
Friendly, I like that. That's a new term. Right, but anyway. Just to wrap it up for everyone. Okay, so in terms of the WhatsApp, it is the to-go. It's the to-go channel for sure, right? Without a doubt. Yeah, all of the data that we talked about, the billions that are using. I mean, the billions of messages that are sent over there, right? Okay, the 22 million of people who are active users in Malaysia, right? Is definitely a demographic we want to tap into, right? So it is definitely the idea to go in. It doesn't take much to invest in this. Yeah, okay. For if you are SME, times are tough. We are going through the tough time too, right? And one thing that has struck me is WhatsApp has increased, in terms of its usage, right? And they are doubling on their revenues, if I'm not wrong, right? And one of the things is what we want to reach out to is we want people's face time, right? We want their top of mind. WhatsApp will be the way to go, right? And that's definitely where we are about to go, right? In terms of the contact centers, managing your WhatsApp, the customer experience is key, right? The transition from chatbot, into populating your chatbot to be able, to be more customer centric, to be more customer sensitive. Okay, right, and to build in intent, like Gill mentioned, right, is important, right, to be able to answer accurately. Failing which, of course, your agents need to be trained into being able to answer those chats after that. Because the chatbot is not a magic pill, right? At the end of the day, yes, you have the chatbot to mitigate all of the first, second level calls. Yeah, definitely, that's fantastic. But at some point, they will want to speak with someone, right? And so make sure the agents are prepared for that and not just, as being telephony agents also. And that's why the omni agent, and being a digital agent is so crucial. All right. And, having said that, we also represent a brand called Really English. You've seen that. Right? And Really English, helps with building the English and communication skills of these individuals. Right. And that'll be fantastic. In fact, we're going to be offering a free trial of the Really English to everybody in here. Yeah. Okay. If I can do an opera, I know you get one. You get one. Yes, you get one. You. Everybody gets one, right? So what you can do is you can scan this QR code. All right, and what will happen is you can sign up for 3 days, of full access to over 400 modules, right, in Really English. Okay, and a lot of that also has a customer service English and things like that. Right, so this is something that you will need if you're going to be doing chat. If you're going to be doing WhatsApp, you're going to have it down there. Right, this is something that we'll need. You will need the digital agent and also the chat. So in terms of implementation, in terms of the customer experience, we need to manage that transition, right? To manage the transition from bot to agent, right? And how do we keep track of that? In terms of the experience itself, please don't kill your agents and have them do 10 chats. Use 10 chats as a KPI at one time. Right, because it really depends on the capability of the individuals, as Gill has pointed out. All right, I have been in operations where people are doing 9-10 chats at a time. Right, it is amazing how they can do this. But I can tell you right now, the customer experience and QA, when it comes to managing those chats, are horrible. Right, you're not going to be able to get a good experience from there. Right, so let's be real about them. And ultimately, building WhatsApp feedback, building WhatsApp into that entire customer journey is something that all of us organizations need to be looking at. Your omni-channel has so many channels that you're looking at, and the primary focus right now will be your social media sites and also WhatsApp, which is going to be growing within the Malaysian population itself. But if you are a contact center and you have not launched WhatsApp for business yet, right, you really need to look into that seriously right now, because all customers, it will be a matter of time before everybody will want to use WhatsApp as a channel to communicate with you, right? And of course, ease of communications means retention of customers. Retention of customers. Okay. All right. And so with that said, I'd like to just close off the session. Okay. And I want everybody to just go ahead and just scan the QR code. You can get a free trial, right? For the Really English. Okay. Right. And also, if you'd like to know more about our webinars and webinars that are coming up, right? Chloe, can you change the slide for me? I'm unable to change right now. Okay, right. So do scan the QR codes, okay, and you'll be able to connect with us. Okay, you can connect with us. The first QR code is the World Wide Web, which is our website. Okay, you can follow us on LinkedIn, right, or you can like us on Facebook. We are still using Facebook. All right. We don't have a QR code for you to connect directly to our WhatsApp chat yet. Okay, but that will be in our next webinar. All right, Gill. Yeah.
Yes, for sure.
That happened, right? Okay. All right, and do keep up with us now. In terms of the other